Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast presented by FanDuel. This is your emergency podcast because the Pirates have done something as we just signed off on our day 2 recap. But I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we do have Jim Rosati. Jim, welcome back to the day 2 of winter meetings. Pirates signed Gregory Soto.
Yeah, at least it's not too late. It's 9:25 p.m. We were wondering if we would need to do this at 11 p.m. or midnight. But yeah, the Pirates have made a free agent signing here in Orlando, and it's a left-handed pitcher, Gregory Soto, two-time All-Star, 1 year, $7.75 million deal.
I really wanted to eat a burger right now, but here I am. And there's Alex Stumpf, peek behind the curtains. But come on, Alex, say hi.
Yeah, Alex,
say hi
do you want to hop in here?
Sure.
Here, just here. You know what? This is perfect. This is perfect. So, all right, perfect. Well, here's what I have to say about this. I like it. Gregory Soto's a good pitcher. He's been to a couple All-Stars. He's got closer experience. The stuff is really good slider. The ERA was up a little bit the past couple of years, but you look at the underlying numbers, you look at the strikeout numbers, you look at the FIP, like everything still looks really good in terms of stuff here. The rate, the chase, like it doesn't seem like these guys washed. I mean, he still like a very solid, productive pitch, and this would be a really nice bullpen.
Yeah, like this is a dollar too. I mean, $7.7 million. A pitcher who full teams in some degree and has some nasty stuff, like you said. You know, box are higher than what you want. The caveat here, yeah, the stuff is really good when it's loaded, but he does really well against lefties. You know, not the best against righties. What's going on over here?
Let's just see if we can squeeze in 3 right here. Can we just move that third seat?
I gotta write it up.
All right. How about real quick? What are your thoughts, Alex? What do you want to say?
Big lefty. They needed to get a lefty. They got one. And I also could have kept squatting. They were just cooking.
There you go. Thanks, Alex. Go write that up.
But yeah. So again, like I mentioned, like the walks are kind of high, but you know, like he has really good stuff, really good swing and miss stuff. And again, like going back to the Pirates and things that we've said about the Pirates, like this is the mold, this is the fit, this is the type of pitcher that they do really well in making better.
Yeah. So one thing, apparently our connection's real bad. So I'm going to switch over the Wi-Fi real quick and
Or 8.
okay.
Is this better?
Is this better, guys? We just moved Wi-Fi around. So let me know if this is any better there in the chat. My apologies. Yeah, we were hot spotting there because typically the Wi-Fi here in the media room isn't great. So, but it looks like we are much better. So do we want to just kind of start over since that was apparently really bad?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Again, Pirates signed Gregory Soto, $7.75 million deal, lefty arm, 2-time All-Star. Everything that I said before, I think this is a good signing. The Pirates needed a lefty in their bullpen. They needed a back end arm. They, and they went out and got one. $7.75 million. Like Gregory Soto is one of the better left-handed pitchers out on the market in terms of bullpen help. You look at the ERA last year; it dipped a little bit, but everything else still shows that this is a really productive pitcher. The stuff is really good. The sliders has great grades. Stuff plus through the roof. Like this he's 30 years old, I believe is the age right now. Yeah, 30 years old. He'll turn 30 in 3 months. Overall, I like this signing a lot. I was probably hoping for like a Caleb Ferguson type guy. And I think Soto is like that tier right above Caleb Ferguson in terms of, lefty relief arms that would have been out there.
Yeah. And like, I think that speaks some volume here again. Like they didn't settle for a Caleb Ferguson. I mean, like last year, like we liked Caleb Ferguson, but he had a lot of warts. Turned out pretty decent for the Pirates and going forward. But, like that was the caliber of player they were looking for and invested into last year. And this year they're investing a little bit better. It's a Gregory Soto. It's $7.75 million. That's a 1-year deal. But again, it's a lefty. It's a reliever. He's not the greatest reliever, right? It's not like a tier A lister. But there's still stuff to like. Like, yeah, he has warts. As I mentioned, he walks. The command and control isn't great, but he has really sick stuff, and he strikes out a lot of guys. Going back to, like I mentioned, if you heard this or not, but like this is the type of pitcher that the Pirates usually target and they make better. So like you kind of have some trust in the Pirate system to target a Gregory Soto, who has really good stuff that they could probably make into a better caliber pitcher. They needed a lefty. He strikes out and does well like versus lefties. Righties, there's some opportunity there, but he really dominates some lefties. And again, spending some real money on a better caliber player, it just goes into sentiment, like we said. Like, they do seem to find a little bit more urgency this year. They are talking more about it. You saw a better lefty signing this year than he did in years past.
Yeah, I mean, I would put like the Chapman, like the Chapmans are higher than Soto, but
Sure.
But this is a really good lefty arm that they got. Again, like closer experience too, I think is important. Where like if you need
30
him
saves for Detroit,
yeah, if you need him to
year.
close games, and again, like 2-time All-Star, and you look at the numbers, don't pay attention necessarily to the ERA. The ERA is at a good spot, but it's just not. It's not as high. It's not as low as it used to be.
Right.
But you look at everything else, and everything else is grading out just as well. Reliever ERA can sometimes be a little weird, smaller sample sizes. The other thing too I want to point out with Soto is like this guy's been durable. Like I'm looking at his innings pitched over the last, since the COVID season, 63, 60, 60. 53, 60. So not only is this, a high leverage arm, but it's someone that you can give the ball to, anytime you need him to take the ball.
Right. I mean, the guy has a bit of a ceiling, right? But he also has a floor. Like, that's how I look at it. Like Caleb Ferguson last year had a ceiling, but like you don't know what he's going to be. Like he's had injury problems in the past. He really fell off last year. We went to Houston, so like there's like a checkered pass as far as productivity, checkered pass with injury. The Gregory Soto, you pretty much could probably count him in. I mean, every pitcher has the potential and risk there for injury, but so far with Gregory Soto, you can pretty much plug him in that, he's probably going to pitch for the whole year, give you really quality innings. And again, there's some real upside with him. So again, like they needed a lefty, they targeted a lefty. Gregory Soto is one of those guys where you wouldn't have any problem with them signing him over, and they did. So again, like, yes, I do like this. I like this a lot for them.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of go into a little more detail, mostly sinker slider combo. He does have a 4-seam. He also threw a sweeper, 5% of the time, and they threw 4 splitters, which I don't know, those might have just been registered weird.
Right.
But yeah, he's a proven arm. This isn't really a lottery pick by any means. Like you know what you're getting here with Gregory Soto, and it's a pretty legitimate left-handed pitcher. Some other things I wanted to point out here, just some underlying statistics. Fastball velocity averaged 96.9 miles per hour last year. Chase rate 83rd percentile, whiff rate 82nd percentile, barrel rate 97th percentile. So he gets guys to swing, and miss. And then when he does get guys to make contact, it's not really hard hit contact.
Yeah.
They're not really squaring it up. So yeah, it's a really nice profile for a lefty reliever. Going into this, Evan Sisk currently was the number 1 lefty on this roster, and you couldn't go into the regular season with that being the case. So they've addressed that now, which is really nice to see.
Yep. So I really don't have too much more to add on this. Again, I do like the deal. He has some pretty electric stuff. I mean, all his pitches graded out as above average, all of them. So there is that part. Like you said, the slider is the main core piece of this, right? The slider is really, really nice. You look at the Pirates, they love guys. They love their sinker slider guys. He is a lefty. I don't look at this and think there's anything not to like. You can maybe knock it because it's another 1-year deal if that's what you want to do. And like, I understand that they still haven't signed anyone to a multi-year deal, but for what this is, it's a lefty reliever of Gregory Soto. Like, he's not really commanding a 2-year deal. Relievers, I mean, all relievers are kind of volatile. He's, like, I'm fine with it. Whatever. It's a 1-year deal. I get that. But there's nothing in my eyes to really hate on with this deal. There's a lot of potential here.
There's nothing wrong with this deal at all. Mm-mm. This is a deal that they had to make. They had to go out there and get a lefty reliever, and they got a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that pretty much wraps up what we have to say about it.
Yeah, like I said, go check out everything else from today. JJ Cooper, Jolly Olive, Jason Mackey. We had a one-on-one exclusive interview with Don Kelly. Our day 2 recaps up, although we didn't mention this. So go back there and check out all that stuff. But yeah, overall, this is a good trade.
Our pre-cap was up.
Yep.
But I think I'm out. It's time for me to have a burger.
Yeah, I'm starving, and yeah, it's 9:30. I could use a beer or two as well.
Yeah, or more. But we'll be out of here. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, as always. Again, hit that alert, hit the subscribe. We love you all. Have already done so. We'll be back tomorrow morning for more stuff. As mentioned, Stephen Nesbitt will have on again for sure. And who knows who else will come.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.